There's a chapter in your life that nobody prepares you for. No one warns you about it, no one celebrates it, and no one really understands it unless they live through it. It's called the lonely chapter. And if you're in it right now, I need you to hear this. You're not falling behind, you're not broken, you're not losing in life, you are transforming. This is a chapter where everything gets quiet. The texts stop coming in, the invitations slow down, the people you once laughed with every day slowly drift into memories, and suddenly it's just you and your thoughts, just you and your silence. And at first it feels uncomfortable. Actually, it feels unbearable because we're not taught how to be alone. We're taught how to chase, how to impress, how to belong, but nobody teaches us how to sit in a room with nothing but ourselves and feel okay. So what do most people do? They run from it. They fill the silence with noise. They surround themselves with the wrong people just to avoid being alone. They stay in relationships that don't fulfill them. They chase attention that doesn't matter. They distract themselves with anything and everything because being alone feels like failure. But what if I told you this lonely chapter is actually where everything begins? This is a chapter where you meet yourself, not the version of you that the world sees, but the real you, the one behind the smiles, the one behind the social media posts, the one behind the distractions. This is where you finally hear your own voice. And at first, you might not like what you hear. You might hear doubt, you might hear fear, you might hear all the things you've been avoiding. But that's the point, because growth doesn't happen in comfort, it happens in confrontation. Let me tell you something most people won't admit. Some people never grow because they never allow themselves to be alone. They spend their entire lives running from silence, from reflection, from truth. But you're different because you're here, you're facing it. You're living through the quiet days, the empty nights, the moments where it feels like the world forgot about you. And I know how that feels. It feels like you're stuck, like nothing is moving, like everyone else is progressing while you just paused. But listen carefully, you're not stuck, you're being rebuilt. This chapter strips everything away, the fake friendships, the distractions, the validation you used to depend on. And what's left is just you, raw, unfiltered, real. And that can feel scary because now there's nowhere to hide. But there's also something powerful about that, because when there's nowhere to hide, there's also nowhere to lie, not to others, but to yourself. This is where clarity comes from. This is where you start asking real questions. What do I actually want? Who am I when nobody's watching? What kind of life am I really trying to build? And for the first time, you stop living on autopilot. You stop doing things just because everyone else is doing them. You stop chasing paths that were never meant for you, and you start choosing your direction, choosing your values, choosing your future. But let's be honest, this chapter is not easy. There will be nights where you feel like giving up. There will be moments where the silence feels too loud, where your thoughts overwhelm you, where you question everything, and you will wonder, is this even worth it? You will ask yourself, why does it feel like I'm doing life alone? Why does it feel like everyone else has figured it out except me? Let me answer that for you, because this chapter is not about fitting in. It's about breaking away. It's about stepping out the crowd so you can actually see where you're going. Think about it. You can't hear your own thoughts in a room full of noise. You can't find your own path if you're constantly following others. And you can't become who you're meant to be if you're always surrounded by who you used to be. This lonely chapter is not punishment, it's preparation. It's preparing you for a life that requires strength, a life that requires independence, clarity, self-respect. Because the truth is, where you're going, not everyone can come with you. You're being separated for a reason. The wrong people are being removed. The distractions are being cleared. Because your next level requires a different version of you. A stronger you, a more focused you, a more disciplined you. And that version is built in isolation. Think about every successful person you admire. There was a phase when nobody saw them, when nobody believed in them, when nobody was clapping. They were alone, working, failing, learning, all in silence. And that silence became their foundation. Right now, you might feel invisible, like nobody notices you, like nobody cares. But what if this is your time to notice yourself, to care about yourself, to invest in yourself in ways you never have before? Use this time. Don't waste trying to escape it. Build something. Build your body, build your mindset, build your skills. Read more, train harder, think deeper, because one day this chapter will end. And when it does, you won't be the same person who entered it. You'll be stronger, not because life got easier, but because you got tougher. You'll be wiser because you spend time understanding yourself instead of distracting yourself. You'll be more confident because you won't need constant validation anymore. You will know your worth because you discovered it in solitude. And here's the beautiful part. When you finally step out of this lonely chapter, you won't be desperate for connection. You'll be selective. You won't chase people, you'll attract them. You won't settle for less because you've already experienced what it feels like to stand on your own. So if you're in that chapter right now, if you're sitting in your room feeling like the world moved on without you, I need you to remember this. You're not being left behind. You've been set apart. This is not your downfall. This is your foundation. This is where you build the life that everyone else will one day look at and wonder how you did it. Stay in the process, trust the silence, embrace the solitude, because this lonely chapter is not the end of your story, it's the beginning of your transformation. And one day you will look back at this chapter and realize it was the most important one of all.